Welcome back! So this is again Beam of Entanto Brothers, and if you saw last week's video, this is the second part of my recent trip to Siargao. But if you haven't seen that video yet, I'm gonna put a link somewhere in this video so you guys can check it out. But anyhow, before I left Cebu to Siargao, I asked my brother of what to shoot in the island, and he suggested that I visit the best party places in Siargao. But I feel like I'm already too old to party, and I enjoy coffee more than beer lately, so I decided instead to try out the different coffee shops in Siargao. I know this is very tito, but what can I do? I already am. Now, I am not a professional coffee drinker, if that is even a thing, so this is just really my opinion, which might differ to someone else's. So if our thoughts do not necessarily coincide, please be forgiving and do not come for me. But if you are a tita or a tita like me, or somebody who just really enjoys coffee, come and join me in this journey. Alright, let's go! Okay, I am a big fan of what Leia goes on Instagram, so the first one on my list is her favorite coffee shop in the island, the Philippines. The Philippines is located within the premise of Harana Surf Resort in General Luna, and the coffee shop is just beside Harana's restaurant. It is just like a small booth that provides a very few seats around its counter, but if you need a bigger seating capacity, the tables and chairs in the restaurant beside it can also be used by the Philippine customers. The place is pretty accessible from the main road and it's very near the ocean, so for that, I am giving Philippine a 10 out of 10 for the location. Now for the price, I ordered the small latte for 120 pesos, but you can also get one in a larger cup for 150 pesos, which is the standard price in the island. But I am giving it an 8 out of 10 for the price, just because I am a caramel latte kind of guy, and at this coffee shop, you will have to add 30 pesos for a caramel on your drink. And in Cebu, I can just order a large cup of caramel latte at a much cheaper price and without an add-on. For the service, I am giving them a 9 out of 10 because you will have your cup of coffee delivered to your table, unlike in most places in Cebu that you're going to pick your drink up from the counter. It could have been a 10 if there was just a sugar readily available anywhere in the coffee shop. For the Instagrammability, I am giving it an 8 out of 10. I mean, the place is pretty chill and has a very tropical vibe to it, which I really like. But the area is a little bit too dark for me, and I prefer coffee shops that are airy and bright and has a good lighting. And lastly, for the taste, I wish it has a caramel on it, but the latte is pretty frothy, which how I like my latte to be, and the espresso is pretty robust, so it is still a 9 out of 10 for me. The next coffee place I visited was the Spotted Pig. It is still in General Luna, across Arcahayahay, and this place is pretty box office. I mean, I passed by this place literally more than 10 times daily during my stay in Siargao, and the place was always almost full. This coffee place is just also along the highway, so it's pretty accessible. So for the location, I am giving it a strong 10 out of 10. The prices of their coffee ranges from 110 to 120 pesos, which I mentioned earlier that it's the island standard price. So I am giving it an 8 out of 10 for the price for the exact same reason with Philippines. But for the Instagrammability, I am giving it a 10 out of 10 because this is the airy and bright place I was looking for a coffee shop. It also has some cute murals and some props outside like the surfboard, hanging chair, and a bike for a great Instagram photo. It also has a more modern look to it than the other coffee places, but still has a touch of that native island vibe, which I really like. For the service, I would like to give them a good rating because I like how approachable their baristas are and how they make small conversations with their customers. Plus, this is the only coffee place in the island that I visited that is air conditioned. But when I visited this coffee shop, their espresso machine was not available due to insufficient power supply, so I think I am giving them a 7 out of 10 because of that, but it could have been a 10. And because there was no espresso machine, I had to try a different drink and ended up trying their filtered coffee, which is like a French press but fancier. I got the Yunnan China filter coffee for 120 pesos, and it tastes like if coffee and tea had a baby. It actually is my first time trying that, and I must say I really loved it. The coffee goes down easy and it's pretty smooth, so for the taste, as a coffee and tea lover, I am giving it a 10 out of 10. The next place I visited is not really a coffee shop but more of like a restaurant. It's the cafe in Lotus, which is a yoga retreat place in General Luna. The cafe is completely vegan, which made me really want to try it. It is in a more secluded area since, like I said, it's a yoga retreat place, so it's not the easiest place to locate, but it's not so far from the main road either. So for location, I like that it's peaceful and quiet, but for accessibility, I am giving it a 7 out of 10. And since this is not really a coffee shop, you literally just have black coffee as your option, but this comes in a much cheaper price from the rest of the coffee places in Siargao. The black coffee costs 80 pesos, so for that, I am giving it a 9 out of 10 for the price. You can, by the way, add soy or coconut milk to your coffee and just pay an extra 30 pesos for it. I got my coffee served in my table again, which I really like, but again, no sugar was readily available in anywhere in the cafe for those who want a little bit of sweetness to their coffee, so service is 9 out of 10 for me. Now for Instagrammability, the whole place has a Thai theme going on to it, which is very pretty, and the whole place looks very tropical as well. But again, inside the cafe was just kind of okay. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't stand out. So I am giving it a 7 out of 10 for Instagrammability. And for the taste, it's actually good. I mean, I see myself sipping this coffee in the office, but again, the problem is, it doesn't stand out. It's just your ordinary black coffee, so I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 for the taste. Our next stop is the famous Chaka Cafe in General Luna. This place is definitely a must visit if you're looking for a smoothie bowl, but this time, we are here for their coffee. I love the new location of Chaka, though it is not right next to the road anymore, but it is still very accessible from the main road. Plus, you have a great view of the beach and the iconic boardwalk from the cafe, so for the location, it is without a doubt a 10 out of 10. For the service, I was pretty impressed with the cashier because I was talking to her in Bisaya and she was responding to me in English the whole time. So if you are not a Filipino speaker, that definitely is a plus points. And their tables also have jars of sugar, so another plus points for that. But the downside is, the cafe does not have a Wi-Fi, so I got to give this place an 8 out of 10 for the service. For the price, I am giving it a 9 out of 10, though I got my latte for also 120 pesos, but the add-on for the soy milk is just 20 pesos, and for all the coffee places I visited so far in the island, it's for 30 pesos, so it's 10 pesos cheaper for my vegan friends out there. What better lighting for my photo can I ask for from an open cafe near the beach? And I also love the rustic yet neat finish of the fixtures. Plus they make good latte art, which I am living for. So for Instagrammability, Chaka is definitely 10 out of 10 for me. The menu again I wish has a caramel latte, but at least they have the sugar jars on the table, so for the taste, I am giving it a 9 out of 10 because of the absence of the caramel. But the espresso, it is good strong. For my next coffee stop, I went to Offshore. This one for me has the best location among all the coffee shops I visited in the island when it comes to accessibility. It is just along the main road and just walking distance from the boardwalk, so for that, I am going to give it a 10 out of 10 for the location. I also love how friendly and proactive their baristas were, plus the shop has a Wi-Fi. Though it only has a small seating capacity since the place is just tiny, so because of that, I am giving them an 8 out of 10 for the service. And just like the other coffee places I visited in the island, Offshore also has the island standard price for their coffee, which is 120 for the 8 ounce and 150 pesos for the 12 ounce of coffee. But this place has an option of getting the 12 ounce coffee for just 100 pesos if you're going to pair it with their waffle, which ranges from 100 pesos to 180. And that is a pretty good deal for me, so for the price, I am giving them a 10 out of 10. The food was also presented very well and was very Instagrammable, but I don't think the place is equally as Instagrammable as the food, because like I said, it's just really so tiny. So for that, I am giving them a 7.5 out of 10 for Instagrammability. I had a mocha from this place because I was already palpitating from the coffee that I had before this one, and by far, this was the only sweet coffee that I had on this trip. I actually really like their coffee, not because it's sweet, but because I still can taste the strong espresso while being chocolatey at the same time. So I am giving them a 9.5 out of 10 for the taste. I'm just gonna give the next coffee place as a bonus to you guys, and I won't get into so much details about it because I don't know, but I really forgot to take a video of the coffee. I know, I'm such a bad YouTuber. But anyway, the next place is called Crepes, like the dessert. And it's, again, more of like a cafe than a coffee shop, so the selection of the coffee is very limited. So I just ordered an espresso with milk for 100 pesos, and I actually liked it. I can't see myself drinking it again, but it felt very homemade though. It's like something that I can make at home if I only have an espresso machine, so for my whole experience, I am giving this place a 7.5 out of 10. So that is the end of the video. I hope all of those coffee made you guys awake all throughout the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Or if you enjoy coffee, hit the thumbs up. Or if you are from Siargao, hit the thumbs up. Let me also guys know what you think about this video by leaving a comment on the comment section down below. Now I really want to thank you guys on behalf of my brother for all of your support. We are just a few subscribers away from having 300 subscribers! Woo! So if you are not part of the family yet, hit on that subscribe button, the red button below, and click on the bell icon beside it for you to get post notifications every time we upload new videos. We upload every week, so I hope I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Enjoy! Bye!
Let it go, make my body go. Take our bodies higher and higher, take our bodies higher and higher.